Good morning, SA12. Getting back into Cezar Chavez. Are you ready to rock? All right, welcome back. Take out your snack, get unpacked. We're going to get into Cezar Chavez. A lot of time. Hold on. Not a lot of time. Lots of stuff to read about. All right, I have the remaining 2 pages of our story about Cezar Chavez. Okay. One thing I want to talk about before we do anything, okay? A lot of times we've been asking you to locate a text in a story, and it will say something like, read the second paragraph. Read the first paragraph. What does that mean? Well, I should have talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I have a feeling that people have been cluing you in on what that means when they provide you with maybe 2 choices of sentences. But I want you to know, what does that mean? Well, we know that a sentence is a group of words that makes sense. It's a complete idea, and it's about something. You can't just say the machine was, with no period. That's not a sentence. So it's a sentence that makes sense. Well, then what's a paragraph? Well, a paragraph is a group of sentences, usually about the same topic, about the same thing that we're talking about. So, for example, this sentence might be about Cezar Chavez, okay? But then this is a subtopic area, subtitle. And this says childhood. So all of these groups of sentences might be about when Cezar Chavez was little. Let's go to the second paragraph. Are you ready? Don't worry. It's not that bad. Going to the second paragraph only means this. And I bet you every single one of you guys can do this. You know why? Because all of you can count to 10. All right, let's look. Let's start right here with the part that says childhood, okay? Now you're going to notice that this word, the second line, is over here, but the first one is indented or moved in a little bit. That's how we can tell when the new paragraph starts. So let's see how many paragraphs there are in this whole page. Of course we can do that. Watch, I'll show you how easy it is. 1, 2, this is the second group of sentences. And see how it's moved over? And this is all the way at the end. 3. So this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. And then this is all lined up. And then this is indented. That's paragraph 4. Okay? And now, I'm not just talking about this page. You can go to any page in the whole story. Let's just take a look. We're going to be talking about hard times for Cezar Chavez today. First paragraph, it's in this group of words. Second paragraph would be this group of words. And every time it moved over, it's a new paragraph. All right, well, let's move on to hard times. We're going to start with the first paragraph. When Cezar was 10, it did not rain for a long time. And we talked about weather issues. What is it called when it doesn't rain for a long time? Yes, that's right. A drought. Okay? And the drought kills plants on farms. Cezar's family couldn't afford to keep the farm. They didn't have enough money. Then his family moved to California. They traveled from farm to farm, worked the crops. Okay, so they worked for other farmers. They had their own farm. Now they worked for other landowners and farm owners. Okay, and they pay the workers. Migrant farm workers had difficult lives. Okay, so that's a great reason for it to be hard work, but this starts with hard times. So yeah, this is probably a difficult time of his life, and they're talking about how the work was very difficult. Cezar and his family would quickly discover this. They learned it very quickly. Their challenging jobs make them work hard and only for a little bit of money. You have to be paid the right way for the right job. That's important. It makes people want to work harder. The work they had to perform made their backs hurt from working so hard. And their fingers bleed from picking at all the plants so much. People that work that hard should be paid good money. Well, if your fingers are bleeding, then you should definitely get what you deserve. Farm owners fired them if they complained. If they were like, oh, my back hurts. You're fired. Pack up your things, your lunchbox, and your drinks, and go home. Being fired means that you no longer work in a place. And that could be a very uncomfortable and sad thing if you didn't have another place to work, because people work to make money to feed their family. People work to make money so they can have things, and we have needs that we have to meet in order to survive. So it's really important, things like food and water, clothing. So these people, the farm owners, were pretty tough, and they fired them if they complained. It's a really tough life. And the timeline of his life. We talked about timelines in social studies. Well, there's timelines in ELA too. And this is 1920, 100 years ago. Now it's 2020. 1920, 100 years ago is right there. And then 2010 is right about there. So all the things he did in his life, take note, they are happening in order. Okay? They can't put